Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. Nnamdi Kanu, lead lawyer, talking about Ifeanyi Ejiofor, has reacted to the warning or instruction, call it marching orders, that was given to him yesterday by Nnamdi Kanu's American lawyer, Bruce Fein. Don't forget that there are some allegation of fraud leveled against Ifeanyi Ejiofor by one businessman, and right now the case is still in court, and the issue of conflict of interest came in, that as a result of that, Ifeanyi Ejiofor may decide to equivocate in one way or the other for the federal government to win the case. So he must quit the case and must also leave the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to be seeing his reaction in a jiffy. But before we do that, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do well to hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, one of the lawyers representing Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, has debunked allegations leveled against him by an American lawyer and spokesperson for the IPOB leader Bruce Fein. Bruce Fein, in a letter addressed to Ejiofor, noted that the latter was not eligible to defend Kanu against the federal government amended charges in the court, citing a pending lawsuit instituted by a businessman against Ejiofor over an alleged fraud of 5.6 million naira. The American lawyer urged Ejiofor to immediately withdraw from the legal team of the agitator Nnamdi Kanu. Fein pointed out that Ejiofor had a case to answer and that the allegations were not concocted by the Nigerian government to preempt his representation of Nnamdi Kanu. But when Sahara reporter contacted Ejiofor, the legal practitioner implicitly stated that Fein had some grievances against him because he did not have access to Kanu when he was in Nigeria. Ejiofor noted that he was the one who appointed Fein as the spokesperson for Kanu and never expected such from Fein. According to his word, he said, "Don't mind him, Fein. I will send you a letter which I used to appoint Fein as Kanu's representative. I appointed Nnamdi Kanu spokesperson in the United States, and now because he was unable to see Nnamdi Kanu here in Nigeria, he was alleging that I was the one who stopped him from seeing Kanu. He has no locus to start writing anything." Ejiofor, however, failed to address the alleged pending lawsuit instituted by a businessman against him over an alleged fraud of 5.6 million naira. The lawyer also did not say if he would withdraw from Kanu's legal team. In September 2021, operatives of the Department of State Services barred IPOD's American lawyer Bruce Fein from seeing Kanu when he visited with the legal team. According to the DSS official, the American lawyer and a British diplomat who was also denied access were foreigners. Fein had in May 2021 filed a lawsuit on behalf of IPOB in the US to revoke the 6A-29 Tucano fighter jet sold to the Nigerian government and also block the remaining 6 from being conveyed to the country. I knew that no matter what, this guy was not going to quit. Neither would he hearken to the instruction by Bruce Fein, considering the fact that he is, sorry to use this word, alpha and omega of the legal team of, Nnamdi Kanu. And I feel also that if Nnamdi Kanu get to hear about this, he will not okay it. Because number one, if you want to talk about someone who knows the beginning of this whole brouhaha around Nnamdi Kanu, is actually the person of Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and thus far he's been around, and the issue of conflict of interest, which this guy is suspecting, has never showed up at any time of his defense of Nnamdi Kanu, because according to Bruce Fein, it's a case of conflict of interest, which I fully understand with him, which is that because you have a case in court to handle, and the people may want to tweak him a little bit for him to, accept their terms and all of that. But I don't see Ejiofor doing that, considering the fact that these guys are much, supporters of Mazinam Kanu are much, and they would not take it lightly with him if he decides to, give in to what the federal government may demand of him. I also pray that what Bruce Fein has come up with may not awaken, you understand, the consciousness of the federal government to fight, use that particular case, to fight against him. Because if with this case on ground, they might decide to, invoke their own power into it, and they may capitalize on the loopholes of the law and decide to deal with him squarely, where in at one point they may bend his hand and he may accept a lot of things. So right now, I do really understand with Bruce Fein, but for him though, he would have first of all discussed this. I'm always very okay with dialogue. Dialogue is always the key to issues like that, than escalating it the way it is. He would have first of all have a meeting with the legal counsel of, or the legal team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they begin to look at the pros and cons of him having a case of 5.6 million naira alleged fraud, and also having to stand against the federal government, show him what may likely happen and all of that, than to jump to the newspaper or jump to the media and open up all of this. Because with this, the federal government already know that the team is not one. Thank God that early enough they had already brought in the services of a senior advocate of Nigeria, talking about Chief Mike Ezeume. With him in there, I feel that the issue can still be well addressed. But whether we like it or yes, the services of Ifeanyi Ejiofor should not be taken off the legal team. He knows virtually everything. He has all the documents. Yeah, Aloy Ejiofor also had been there, but it's, there's serious need for Ifeanyi Ejiofor to still be around. Now, a lot of reactions from different people have come in. This one say they are all thieves. The church and bail lawyers are now fighting each other. The US man is annoyed because he has not received any money since last September. How did you know that he has not received any money since last September? Nobody can tell, because that one is an insider stuff, and Bruce Fein has not come out to say, listen, they have not paid me any money. At least we've been seeing him come around whenever there's a case, about this person. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has always been coming around. Unfortunately, because of some reasons best known to the federal government, they have denied him access to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Another person here says, no mercy to all the criminals now that Abba Kyari is sacrificed. Kanu must die. Yeah, this is terrible one here. Another person here says, this whole issue is going to awaken so many things in the mind of the federal government. They shouldn't have come out in the public to wash their dirty linen. Exactly, that was what I was saying. For me, it's absolutely wrong for them to come out like this and begin to share things that ought to be shelved and forgotten about. It would have just been a case of Ifeanyi Ejiofor was unable to be in the courtroom, as I also did. Ifeanyi Ejiofor was not able to be there, which means the whole thing would have been handled, amicably, and it wouldn't escalate. Because now that this thing has escalated, what will happen will be those who are against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will make sure that this guy is taken out of that team, and they may bring in their other people, some small lawyers who have been following Ifeanyi Ejiofor around. Some of them will say, man, I'm good enough to carry out this case. I'm even the one that have been suggesting a lot of things to this guy and all of that. So before you know, there will be issues here and there in this case. I feel right now, this is strictly personal, that this issue should be handled in-house. Yes, it has been brought to the public glare, but then it can still be withdrawn and everything handled amicably. That's what I like to leave it. Go to our comment.